Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be mining Monero on my Linux laptop. It's been a while since I've done a computer video like this, but let's hop right in. So, the two things you're going to need to mine Monero are a Monero wallet, which I have right here, and a mining software. So, to get the wallet, you're going to want to go to the Monero website, right here. It has a whole bunch of guides and pretty much everything you'd need to get started. I'm not really going to go over how to install the wallet. There's some other videos out there, and it's not terribly difficult, but there is a bit of a curve to learning how to do it. So just scroll down to Guides and Resources, and right here. This will basically tell you everything you need to know, along with some YouTube videos if you need. But I am interested in the mining section. So you can solo mine with the Monero GUI, but it's basically like gambling. You just have a very small chance of finding a Monero block, and if you do it long enough, eventually you'll find one, but that could take years. So the much better way, in my opinion, is to mine on a pool with XMrig. So XMrig is a special built miner for the algorithm that Monero uses. It was worked on by some open source guys, but yeah, XMrig is awesome. Anyway, it has a profitability thing that you can look at to see if this is actually profitable. I am not making any money at all doing this. I am definitely losing stuff because my computer is not super powerful and I have to pay for electricity doing this. But I'm not really looking for profit here. I'm looking for more of doing something interesting and fun. So if you're on Windows, they have a GitHub for that. I'm on Linux, obviously, so I'm going to go to that link. And here is their GitHub. There's a whole bunch of stuff on here where if you're really technical, you could pretty much go into any of this. But I am interested in this right here. They have a pre-compiled thing for me, so you can just download this like a zip file and then unzip it somewhere. I have already done that and have it in my documents folder right here, crypto stuff. Here's my Monero wallet. I have that in there. And here is my crypto miner. So once you download it and extract it, you're going to want to go into the config. This is where you tell it your address and tweak any settings you want to. So once you get down to URL and user, yours is going to look different from mine because mine is already filled out. User should say something like your wallet here. What you do for that is you go into your Monero wallet, go to whatever account you want to use to mine, and copy your address to your clipboard. After that, you just go to your user, highlight your wallet here, and paste it in. Now for the URL. This is the pool URL of wherever you're going to be mining to a pool. There is a bunch of different Monero pools out there. I use Monero Ocean, but what a pool does is it just gets a bunch of people working together, so it's easier to find Monero blocks, and they'll basically pay you for working for them. So the pool I use, Monero Ocean, just has a golf.moneroocean.stream, and the port is 10.128. This is on the more technical side of things, but that basically just means it's for low to middle end computers, which is definitely what mine falls under, probably the low side. But you can look up a whole bunch of pools to pretty much do whichever one you want. I just like Monero Ocean because it's easy, has really no hassle, and has a nice dashboard for looking at things when you're done. But once you're done editing that, you can save it and close it. One thing I'd also recommend before you do that is going up to CPU and enabling huge pages. So if you're on Linux and you enable huge pages, this will boost your hash rate a good bit. Unless your computer absolutely cannot handle it, I'd recommend doing that. So save that and close it. And now we go into the terminal. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to navigate to wherever you have your miner. So since mine is a couple folders deep, I'm already on my root folder here, or my user folder here. So I'm going to do change directory documents, no space, crypto stuff, and XMrig -6.26.0. Your version might be different if it is updated, but that is the current version I'm on, so. Did I type something wrong? Okay, so I did miss a letter in there and spelled documents wrong. Linux stuff. All right, now we are in the XMrig directory, and from here we do sudo, which just tells the computer that it is running the XMrig program with admin permissions. So this would be really bad if this was a virus, but very good if it's a crypto miner because it can squeeze the most performance out of whatever you're doing. Then you do ./xmrig. Don't put any space here, it'll mess you up. It's going to ask you for your password, which is just your computer password. And there we go. It is started. So it'll have some stuff talking about it. Network connection failed. That's not good. Well, we get to see some failure messages. Let's just try running that again. You can stop it with Control-C. There we go. Please work. All right, there we go. We just had to restart it. But yeah, as I was saying, you have a whole bunch of just computer specs, things along that line. It will list your pool, and it has some commands for you to look at various things. Basically, the first couple things it'll say is just setup stuff and saying it's ready. But you'll probably see in here, new job from golf.moneroocean.stream. That is the pool telling me that it wants me to solve some problems for it. So now it's just time to wait and let the computer work. As time goes on, it will just keep on piling up jobs and eventually some accepted shares. One thing I am going to do right now is I'm going to check my hash rate by clicking S. That was the wrong command. By clicking H. There it is. So this tells you how many threads are active, I believe, and how many hashes they're getting. So I'm getting around 675.6 hashes every second, which is not great. This computer usually gets around 950, but because I'm running so many other programs, it's taking a hit. Some good dedicated mining computers for this will get around 13,000 hashes per second on the low end and 25,000 for the high end. So this thing is definitely not in the big leagues, but it is doing something. So now really is the time to, I guess, just wait for an accepted share. All right, just came back from hanging out for a bit, and here we have our first accepted share. Let me full screen this. So this means that out of the problems that the Monero Ocean pool has given us, we have solved one, sent them the data back, and they said it was good enough to accept. So with each accepted share, we get paid a tiny, tiny amount of Monero. And you just let that build up over time, and you'll get a bit more. I think from now on, I'm just going to let this run for a while. See how many shares I can build up, and yeah, just kind of turn this into a time lapse. here we go. All right, now that I have let that run for a while, I am going to go and check my statistics. So what you can do if you're using Monero Ocean, just open up any kind of web browser, type in Monero Ocean, and you'll be able to look at their dashboard. So this will have some general stats about the pool, and then you can add a wallet address in here. Since I already have my wallet address in here, it shows up. I have done a lot of mining before, and I'm guessing I made maybe 0.00004 or 5 from just this last little bit of mining that I did. It tells you how many workers are connected to the pool, all sorts of different stuff about it, and you can click on your wallet, look into even more detail, basically list graphs, bunch of different stuff. To actually get your money out, you can go to, so I have about 0.003 Monero, or XMR is what it's abbreviated as. And I can go to payout, and then I set a payment threshold. I'm doing 0.3 because eventually someday I'll get there if I continue mining on this or build a better miner. And the lower you go, the higher the tax is going to be with that. So I think once you get above 3 XMR, they do not tax you. But that's just something I've heard. I don't know for sure. So that has been me mining some crypto on my Linux laptop. If anybody has any suggestions for stuff they want to see me do with this little machine, feel free to give me any ideas. And in a while, I'm going to be building a actual PC, and I think I'm going to try running Arch Linux on it. So I don't know if that's going to be a horrible mistake, but we'll see if it can run Minecraft with shaders. Either way, thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you liked the video, leave it a like, yell at me in the comments, and if you think I earned it, subscribe. Have a wonderful day, people, and goodbye.